Today we're talking about flirting, not the sleazy kind, or maybe a little bit. Not the desperate kind, but playful, present, and definitely human. And speaking of human and present and playful, hello, Petra Lorenzo.
Hello, Paulie.
How was that? That was good, right?
That's fantastic. Nice intro.
How you doing?
Very good, thank you. I'm so excited for today's topic.
I know you talked about. It was like the first thing I did when I got home last week Wednesday. Is I did this week's prep last week.
How much fun!
Flirting isn't just about getting something. It's about remembering, in my opinion, about being alive. Mm-hmm. Right? Where do we begin? Is my question.
Well, this conversation was actually inspired by a post I saw on social media, which was about flirting is good for your health.
Yes, I can believe that.
Or a flirt a day keeps the doctor away, or something to that effect.
Not in my case, as the doctor lives with me.
Yes, and as long as you're flirting within the relationship, it's safe, it's fine. But I just loved it considering, we're still in the month of love. So this was just a different perspective because, being single as a Pringle, going out
single
there,
as a Pringle,
single as a Pringle, I realized that...
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Oh my word, that's the next conversation. I'm blushing. It just made me reflect to myself on how I show up when I go out with all my girlfriends. And my walls are up so much.
Yeah.
And, past trauma and all of that. I mean,
Yes.
I don't want to excuse that or use that as the reason and justification.
Mm-hmm.
But I realize that my walls are up. So I'll be having such a good time with friends.
Yes.
And then if a man comes near to speak to me, my walls go up and straight away I stop having fun for that period.
Okay.
And I thought, well, why? Because I'm out having the best time with my friends, connecting, building relationships, creating memories. If I can soften a little bit, so I caught myself doing that last week.
Okay.
I went in with the intention of, if there's an opportunity tonight, you're going to flirt.
Okay.
At this age, at this point in my life, of lightheartedness, of playfulness, of connecting with someone else without solidifying a desired outcome or a result, but just being open to connection.
Yes.
And I mean, physiologically and neurologically, there are so many, if I can share quickly, so many benefits to flirting.
Yeah.
The actual connection of flirting with another human.
Got you.
And I just want to kind of put out there that, of course, when we're talking about flirting, I am please requesting that we do it safely and responsibly.
100%.
So I just wanted to put that out there. But physiologically and neurologically, the benefits are that flirting boosts dopamine.
Yeah.
So our feelings of excitement and engagement, and it really gets our going because it activates our reward system in our brains.
Got you.
It increases oxytocin,
The love drug.
which is the love drug, the bonding hormone. It lowers cortisol, which is, of course, our stress hormone. Because when you're in a state of relaxation and play, you're not activated, you're not in fight and flight.
Got you.
So just that in itself, and I think that's where so many of us, especially if you are single and out there, we are in fight and flight, embracing.
I heard a very, just to interrupt you very quickly, it's been a recent study that the scientists are talking about adding a third response to fight or flight.
Interesting.
Called fright. Fight or flight.
Interesting. Okay, I need to look at that.
I'll send it to you. I got it. I got it. I'll snail mail it to you.
Snail mail indeed. Go ahead. Amazing. Some other benefits is that it activates our parasympathetic nervous system. So social engagement really stimulates our vagus nerve, which helps us get into a state of calm and relaxation.
Correct.
Stimulates our prefrontal cortex, which increases our alertness and creativity. And again, I've seen that happening so much with the team building experiences I do with my corporate clients. Some individuals, some teams, depending on their roles, designations, really struggle with this idea of play and creativity, which impacts innovation, impacts connectivity, impacts being able to co-create and collaborate in a way that actually contributes towards our growth, our ease, our joy. So that has been a really interesting reflection for me to realize how little us as adults play
100%,
in our lives.
I think thought for a lot of people, and it used to be like that for me. You immediately go seduction and like,
Yes.
and I'm like, and that's not the case at all. Like you've made a point of saying that, like it's not just for singles. Like whether you're single or in a relationship or somewhere in between. How does flirting look inside a healthy partnership? Is it possible that couples stop flirting? That's when the sort of spark slowly fades.
Yes. Well, because the excitement leaves. We start going into managing our lives, managing the relationships, managing every single element, and we forget the play, which is what attracts a lot of us initially. It's that back and forth, that engagement, the connection. So when we start going into activation or reaction, when we start taking on responsibility. So I had to do that in a previous relationship.
Yes.
Where pretty much of things, if I wasn't doing things or actioning things, they wouldn't get done. So I stepped into being the responsible one, and I forgot to play.
Yeah.
There was no flirting involved. It used to irritate me because I was like, well, step up, do the stuff, and then I can relax.
Yeah.
So definitely, if anyone here is in a partnership of whatever sort, have a look at or ask yourselves, when last did you play, not as a once-off, but as a way of being in your relationship? Because that is such a beautiful way of connecting and bonding. And play can be, role play.
Yes.
Where you can do role play in whichever shape and form. You can go out to dinner and then the other partner can arrive.
Yeah.
And, you can do that, or you can literally just inject flirting across the table from each other.
That's nice. When we come back, we're going to talk about something I like to call the confidence loop.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think you might be all about. I think you might be quite excited to hear what I have to say.
I'm excited already.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that after this.
Fantastic.
WellBEing Wednesday with Petra Lorango. Was that flirting?
I guess anyone that drops their tone becomes instantly a lot more leering. Have you watched Wuthering Heights?
No, I haven't.
Jacob Eldori's voice is this constant. Yes, I think that's what
just like you're in a buzz all the time.
Yes.
No, I don't know. We were taught at radio, and we learned some lessons very, very early on, that when you take radio professionally, you have three places that you speak from. One is your throat, which what I'll be sounding like if I do that now. Sounds very nasally, right? Then, if I speak from my chest, then it sounds a little like this.
Yes.
Then, the other one, which is where you should be able to differentiate, especially if you are in voice acting and that kind of stuff. But if you speak from your diaphragm, that's what it sounds like.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to be speaking from my diaphragm.
Let's get back to our chat. The confidence loop. Does flirting in a safe and healthy way actually build self-esteem? Because there's something about being seen and seeing somebody else that changes even your posture. What does that do for you psychologically?
That is such a great reference and point of view. So there are a few levels there. Well done. Good job. It's so great because there are a few levels there. So the one is building your confidence because you are putting yourself actively in a position for trial and error.
Yeah.
And also learning how to deal with stress, learning how to deal with rejection builds our resilience. So there's that one part.
Yeah.
And confidence comes through practice.
Yes.
So if we can put ourselves intentionally in situations that are going to stretch us, then that already is going to be contributing to our growth. And then there's the other side. I've just lost my train of thought. I'm like a squirrel right now.
Where's the nuts? There's not apparent, this is not joined in conversation at all. Just FYI.
No. These two ideas are not holding hands. Who you are being seen by, or if you're wanting to be seen. But if we look at the animal kingdom as well, when animals are in a mating cycle, they puff out their feathers, they get a lot taller, They are positioning themselves to be seen and elevating
As
almost
the
their
alpha,
height
almost.
as the alpha, correct. Same as humans. If you look at sportsmen going onto a field, or professional speakers going onto stage, we elevate, we pull ourselves higher, we occupy more space.
Got you.
By occupying more space, psychologically, it validates or reinforces
Got
our worth, how we're showing up, and automatically it, I guess, for the other person as well, psychologically, you see me taking more space.
Appealing.
So exactly. So you are going to open up more to me
Got
because
you.
of the way I'm showing up.
All right. I mean that makes sense. From the difference between attention and connection, how do we tell the difference between healthy flirt energy and needing validation? Because that line is easily blurred. How do we keep it playful and not performative?
That's so great, because if you are in a state of desperation, it's not going to contribute to your confidence, because you're going to take any rejection personally and it could actually help you spiral. So for me, it's if you are single or in a complicated situation and you are out there willing to start flirting, to start playing, to start introducing some lightness into your life, definitely make sure that you're not attaching to an outcome, but you're rather going in as an experiment. Well, let's see what this is about. Let's see who I can connect with. So I think removing the expectation, because putting expectation on someone else is unfair to them as well.
100%.
So if we can go in with lightness and just saying, well, all I'm doing today is just connecting with someone else. I'm just curious about what makes the other person tick.
100%.
If we go in with that, we're removing the opportunity for us to feel insecure, and also getting annoyed when the other person isn't.
Because an expectation isn't met, is somebody's going to be disappointed.
Exactly.
Okay.
We're setting ourselves up for failure if we're going
100%.
in there with
Self-sabotage,
intention.
essentially.
Exactly right.
Micro-flirting. I read about this the other day. Is this about big gestures, or is this sort of about those micro moments of like the eye contact or the smile or the tone of voice? Are we just talking about remembering that we're human?
Sure, Paul, I love that perspective. Yes. Remembering that we're human and that humans crave connection, even if we are more introverted, like I am.
Yeah.
I know that I still flourish and I am more energized when I'm around people. So those micro moments, absolutely, if we're going out, instead it's softening. It's softening our gaze, softening our very physiology, softening the way we're showing up. So if you're standing in a queue
Look how
and
nice
someone
you look
recognizes
tonight.
you,
And it's like for me, it's the simple, it's the little things. It's about, I really like the shoes you're wearing.
absolutely.
Followed
connection.
up by, thank you for buying these for me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, connect. I think if we look at it ultimately as the baseline, it's connection. It's connecting genuinely with another person, because we're on our devices, we're behind screens. If we're in a professional setting, we're always chasing goals.
100%.
We're chasing targets, and this allows us the time and opportunity to soften for ourselves. Like,
Sure.
where are my defenses up? Where are my walls up? Where am I so structured and constantly achieving?
There's no room for movement. There's no room for wiggle.
There's no room for wiggle or play or ease or joy.
Okay. My favorite part, just one thing for this week. If there's one thing that you can try today, it's this: make intentional eye contact with someone. Smile slightly. Be present, even if it's just for 5 seconds longer than usual. No agenda, no expectation, just good old human warmth.
Love that, Paulie. And if I can also add to that for everyone is, think of one area in your life where you're feeling a lot of friction or stress, or where you're stuck or frustrated, and see how you can infuse some lightness and ease and play into that area.
Got you.
So if your relationship's been feeling a bit stagnant, if you haven't been connecting with your partner, be intentional around creating a space
Absolutely.
to connect differently. If it's in your work where you are stressed, you are burnt out, wherever that scope is, how can you inject some softness and ease into your job, into that environment? So
it really does provide for this conversation really does provide for like clarity for me, because sometimes we forget even the most basic of things. We have I have not we, but I have this thing. I'll give you a little bit of insight, like for like, I'll make a long story very short. For my when I go and see my autism coach, she has this thing called Field Day, and she takes me to the busiest shopping center, or it's about to be busy, or it's busy already, and she takes away every single thing that I need, whether it's my asthma pump, my cell phone, my wallet, so I have nothing to lean on. And because I struggle daily, and I will continue to, it'll get better, but I will always struggle with social interaction. And for an hour or 45 minutes, I have to make intentional talk with somebody.
That's huge.
It's for
me that would be huge.
It's good. It's good work being done,
Yes.
but it's very tiring.
Yeah.
It's very tiring. But at the end of the day, you're practicing something that you're not so great at that other people get away with. You know,
because you're being forced to be in a position where you have to engage and connect. And I know what you said there about where other people don't have to try as hard, but I think that's also the flip side there is when people don't have to try as hard, we don't try. So this is definitely an invitation for everyone, wherever on the scale we are, introvert, extrovert, singles, in a relationship, in a partnership, is what is just one thing that we can do to introduce or invite a little bit more ease, joy, play, and lightness.
Amazing. Before we say goodbye, nice little message coming through from one of my favorite listeners. Her name's Valley, and Valley says, to me, Paulie, it's the connection. I connect with certain people, and it's not a romantic connection. As an example, like you, it's like we are on the same wavelength. Not romantic at all, but on the same wavelength.
I love that, Valley.
Nice,
Thank you. That's beautiful.
Thank you
so much.
So before we land this little plane, flirting isn't about trying to get something. It's about remembering that you're alive. It's about remembering that someone else is as well.
Yes. And how can we play together?
How do we make it better?
Yes.
Thank you for clarity, and thank you for reminding me that we are indeed human. We will see you. I will see you next week, Wednesday.
Amazing.
Any tips, or is this because now we're heading into the month of March now?
We are. So there's something that I want to chat about next week, which is about physiology as well, something that we can do physically that's going to help us be more energized during the day, help us be more productive.
Amazing.
So really looking forward to that.
We'll do some burpees next week.
No. I'll dance my way through our show rather. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll chat to you next week.
Amazing.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Petra.
everyone. Bye.